USA Today has this piece wherein they are discussing the dumbing down of math education for children because they don't feel that some children can actually learn at like the way that other children can, apparently. And they had it's this idea that math is somehow racist or which is, I don't understand this quite. This idea that math is racist and that we're going to reteach how we're going to reteach math and math equity, etc. I don't understand. Equity in math is like USA Today. They got swarmed over this. They were mocked for their headline. And I've seen this before where people have reported, well, this is why math is racist. And then they actually don't. Oh, no, for real. It's a thing. USA Today had questioned whether or not math was racist in their headline. It was literally, that's what they had asked. They said, is math racist? As many students of color struggle with the subject, schools are altering instruction, sometimes amid intense debate. They later changed the title to, Is Math Education Racist? So it seems like if, math, the educators who think that math is racist might be racist. And if you think that because some black students struggle with math, and instead of actually doing your job and teaching and meeting that challenge, you decide to dumb down your education because you think that children of color or minority students inherently can't understand the lessons or the concepts, that to me is racist. The idea, there was a Portland State University professor, and just again, Portland State University professor. His name's Pete Boghossian, which I think is hysterical, and I almost thought it was fake. Said, no, math is not racist. Major venues like USA Today even asking this question is a sign of cultural sickness. Racial disparities can be addressed in part by using the best evidence-based practices and better enabling student learning. Stop suggesting math is racist. And that's ultimately why are we not, and then there was a blast on gifted students too. How gifted students are somehow, there's a big school debate on this. This is like right when school started, remember? Gifted and talented programs are considered racist and elitist. Whoa. How did we get here? This reminded me of how in the 70s, anti-intellectualism was used to suppress political dissent. And this was really seen very clearly in Cambodian society with Pol Pot. He tried to reorganize Cambodian society as this anti-intellectualist society and very much anti-intellectualist. And he even went after, the story goes, people with glasses. Like people with glasses were considered to be, there was like a sign of intellectualism and it could not be tolerated. This is Khmer Rouge from 58 to 81. When they established their regime, they went on this anti-intellectualism spree because they wanted to establish a socialist society on the foundation of agrarianism. They wanted it to be an agrarian socialist society, which sounds weird to say. So they purged everyone that they thought was a traitor, and that included intellectuals. And it was often, there were some people that said that they went after, because historians were trying to pin down the eyeglasses thing. And they were trying to say, well, they even were going after people with eyeglasses. I mean, the killing fields are a real thing, and the movie, I think, is a must watch. I mean, when you look at the Armenian genocide, they had intellectuals that they kicked out of Constantinople, and they ended up being murdered by the Ottoman government. So They were trying to deprive the Armenians at the time of any kind of, any kind of challenge to tyranny. Intellectualism is a challenge of tyranny. That's why everything is being dumbed down to this particular level. So math is racist. Anything that promotes a gifted tracks are a depart from the norm. That is bad, and so it must be eliminated. That's exactly what Khmer Rouge, it's exactly what they did in Cambodia. It's exactly what they did in Armenia. It's exactly what they did in Russia. Oh my gosh, it's exactly what they did in China. I mean, when they did their Cultural Revolution and when they were socially re-engineering everything, remember, they were done with what they said were the bourgeoisie elements. They were done because intellectualism was viewed as such.